Hello everybody, hope y'all are doing good out there today. Today we are going to be taking a look at a tiny toothpick from Case. This one has the green synthetic handles. Back in 2023, Case did a run of these knives that had green Delrin or green synthetic handles, however you want to refer to it. This one was made 9/5 of 23, and this was a special at a local Case dealer where they were selling these, and you'd get a free hat or a free coffee cup or whatever with it. But these were the special of that holiday season. You can see here it says green synthetic smooth small Texas toothpick, and our number is going to be 410096. Now the 4 is a reference to the synthetic material. The black synthetic is 2, the yellow synthetic's 3, the green synthetic, and some other synthetics I believe also share the number 4. But it's a single blade, that's what the 1 stands for, and 0096 is a reference to the toothpick frame, and this one is in stainless steel. Let's pop it out of the box here and take a look at it. How do y'all feel about the tiny toothpick? A lot of people collect them, and they're very collectible. I think they are one of the coolest patterns to just look at. But practically, I don't carry one that often. Usually, if I'm going for a small knife, I usually either carry a peanut or a small Stockman, one or the other. But this is a really sharp-looking knife. You can see the bolsters there. You can see me waving in the top one. But it got it all polished up. I just used some chrome polish on this. Polished it right up. There you can see the back spring with the brass liners on either side. You got your nickel silver bolsters. You got your brass pins. And you have your green synthetic handle. You got your Circle Case logo. It's really handsome looking, I think. It's really nice looking. This toothpick, as we said before, is a single blade. There you can hear the snap. Has good snap. And has no wiggle. It's good and tight. Also, whenever you close it, when the blade is in the closed position here, you can see it's not right down the center, but it's not rubbing any of the liners or anything like that. Looks pretty square. The toothpick has a really interesting shape to it. And I think that's why a lot of people who aren't even knife people kind of like the toothpick. You've got this curve down here at the end with a sharpish point. It's not sharp enough to like poke you or stab you, but it's got a sharp point. Then you've got this nice rounded top that looks similar to the bolster on a peanut. And then you've got this long clip blade. You've got this large swoop that swoops down from the nail nick on down to the tip. And you've got this nice even edge that goes all the way down and then circles up to the top. And that edge is a good shape. And the tip is very, very sharp. It's a great blade for, pressing through things, for pushing through. If a sodbuster blade isn't pointy, this one is pointy, I guess you might say. Here you can see the tang stamp. 3 dots on the top, 4 dots on the bottom. Notice you got the lightning S. That means this is a stainless knife from 2023. And then here on this other side, you got USA 410096 stainless steel. Synthetic knives, one benefit to them, besides their durability, is going to be that a lot of times they are a little bit lighter weight, more light than a lot of the bone knives. Currently, I do not have a bone tiny toothpick for some reason. But I don't at the moment. But we'll weigh this one here. 0.90 ounces. A peanut's around 1.25. Most of my peanuts are anyway. So this one is 0.90 ounces in weight. Now these are around 3 inches. That is the normal size for one of these little tiny toothpicks. And here in a minute I'm going to compare it to 2 other tiny toothpicks. But for the moment, let me show you the size of it. Here I've got my Leatherman Surge. We put that right up beside it. You can see You can't really see that well, not the way I'm holding it. Either way, you can see it comes to the 3-inch mark right there on the surge. So it's about 3 inches when it's closed. Then you get roughly around 2 inches of cutting edge. Something along those lines, if I remember right. The peanut has slightly less cutting edge than the toothpick does. Yep, right at about 2 inches of cutting edge, roughly. Maybe just a speck more. Now, one thing I thought would be very interesting to do in this video is to compare it to some of these other toothpicks I have. I happen to have 3 of them at the moment. So let me pull this camera down so we can get in good and close and really get these examined here, because there are some unique differences. The first one we're going to note is this yellow Delrin, this synthetic toothpick. This one has the old CV blades in it. You can see it's from 2021. I got this one in 2022, and it was funny because it come exactly a year. It was given to me for Christmas from my dad. And the crazy thing about it is when he gave it to me, when I looked on the box, it was made a year to the day before I got it, which I thought was really interesting. 310096 CV, there you can see. And of course it's got a 3 instead of a 4 because this is a yellow handle, and I love the yellow handle knives. You can also notice that it has the soft S instead of the lightning S. Now if we put these down here together, you can see that they are very similar, but there are some distinct differences that I have noticed. The first one is going to be the width. If you'll notice, the yellow one is a lot thinner, and that's just, I believe, the person who was making it. Also, I have noticed, though, that these green synthetic knives have a tendency to be a little bit thicker and more squared off than a lot of the other patterns do. So I find that very interesting. But nevertheless, it is a fact. Also, you're going to notice that the bolsters are not near squared off as much. Look at the way that bolster goes into the blade up here at the top. Then, if we look at the bottom, notice on the right, the green one is a little beefier. And then if we look at just the overall shape of the tail, they're shaped just a little bit different. So I find that interesting. Besides the steel, the handle's a little bit different. And this one feels a little better in my hand. I like that it's a little sleeker since it's a small knife. Now, we'll throw one more into the mix that is even more different yet. And that is this mother of pearl toothpick here. This one's interesting because it's got nickel silver liners, nickel silver pins, which is kind of abnormal for most cases. It's not the normal procedure. You can see it's got some beautiful mother of pearl on it. So this one was from 23, this one's from 21. This one right here is from 2004, as you can see. Now this one has been sharpened a lot, and it's in stainless steel, but this one is a mother of pearl knife. Now you'll notice 810096, the 8 stands for mother of pearl, and then this one is stainless, as we said. But this one is even more different yet. And I believe the Case made a change in their tooling for their toothpick sometime around this time. Because if you look at these blades, you'll notice the toothpick here on the bottom, the mother of pearl toothpick, has a longer blade than the green one on the top. Can you see that right there? So there is a distinct difference. Now if we look at the handle itself, you're going to notice that the bolsters are not identical size-wise. Let's flip it like this so we can get a good example. See that? The newer toothpicks have a larger bolster. This is also true of our yellow one. You got that larger bolster. Also, if I remember right, the tail is a different size also. See that? It's not as big of a difference, but there is some difference there in the size of the tail. So I find this just very, very interesting, how that the toothpicks have kind of changed over the years. If you all know what year that they went to the shorter blade, let me know. I'd love to know that. I'm not a toothpick collector, but I know a lot of people are and love them. Also notice, you can see there the difference on these two. Look how much further the mother of pearl's blade comes down to the tip than newer style. So I find that very interesting. How do you all feel about the toothpick? Comment down below. Thank you all for watching. You all have a good day and keep your knives sharp.